Today's topic is Write, Fix, Repeat's farewell, or at least its hiatus. And if you've got 5 minutes, I've got 5 recommendations for you for the 5 essential WFR videos that you should watch if you're writing a book. It's hard for me to believe, but it's been 4 years since I started this channel. And when I started it, my objective was twofold. First, after an almost 40-year career of writing and almost 30 years of that also in teaching, I wanted to give back. I wanted to give back so that I would create this channel that would provide information for writers who want to write well. But my second objective was, because I'm interested in writers who want to write well, I'm interested in really good writing. And if I could make any inroads into helping people to write better, then I'd be very happy. And if this channel has helped even one person, that makes me happy, and I think it's been worth it. But everything in life is like a good story. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And I think you'd agree, knowing when to write the ending is just as important as knowing how to start something. And sometimes it's best to end something when it feels right and the timing is right, instead of carrying something on so that it dies. So this will be the final regular Write, Fix, Repeat video. Now, today, I want to tell you that since I started this channel, and it was generally focused on writing and publishing, of course, I have noticed that most people who come to this channel and people who interact with me as a result of it are writing books or want to be writing books. They're not just writing short stories, and they're not just thinking about writing a magazine article. They're actually writing books and wanting to write books. So I thought I'd leave you with the videos from Write, Fix, Repeat's 4 years that I think are the 5 essential videos that you should watch from this whole series of content on this channel if you're writing a book. So let's go. Number 1, the 10 awful truths about publishing a book in the 21st century. That was video number 65. And I would suggest that that's the one you start with. And if you haven't seen it, you should go and look at it. At that time, when I'm in the middle of this, I did a series of 10 videos on the realities of writing and publishing in the 21st century. And this was the final one, which kind of summarized a lot of what had come before it. And it's a bit of a tough love look at what it's really like to write a book. And at the end of it, you'll notice that I'm going to encourage you that if you still feel like you should write a book, you should carry on, which will bring us to the next video that I think you should watch. Video number 2 is understanding the editing cycle. Now, this was video 73 in the series. Editing is something that most writers, when they begin, don't even consider as going to be part of the whole process. It's not just a part of the process of publishing, it's part of the process of writing. Your writing will not get better if you don't edit. And you certainly can't publish a book if you don't understand editing and you don't understand the process and the cycle of editing. And your book is not going to be good if it doesn't go through all of the phases of the editing cycle. So that's the second one that you should watch. Tip number 3 was video number 80, understanding traditional publishing. It doesn't matter whether you're thinking you're going to self-publish or not, you need to understand what publishing is all about. One of the things that I have noticed over the last couple of years is there are an awful lot of fairly new writers who have great disdain for traditional publishing. And I think this is a big mistake. And I think it is a little bit of lack of self-confidence on their part. They simply say that there's something wrong with traditional publishing, mainly because traditional publishers and agents have turned them down. And the fact of the matter is that in the traditional publishing world, they are the gatekeepers. And yes, they're not going to make you very happy because they do publish only a very small percentage. And yes, I do have to tell you that most of the time you can you can find that traditionally published books by legitimate publishers are going to be of a higher quality than a large swath of self-published books. Now, that isn't to say that self-published books can't be high quality. I'd like to think so. I've done a lot of self-publishing myself, as well as traditional publishing. But you need to understand it, and you need to get rid of this disdain. I will tell you that one of the things that makes it less attractive these days for many writers is the time lapse between stages in the process. It's time-consuming. It takes a long time. But it's the traditional publishing route that you need to understand before you can make the selection to go and publish a book yourself. So that's the third one. Video number 4 that you should watch is number 96, story structure. Every book, every magazine article, every blog piece, every book, whether it's romance, historical fiction, nonfiction, memoir, it all needs to understand story structure. So this is important for anyone who's writing a book, regardless of genre. So I had a hard time deciding what would be the 5th one that I would suggest that you read, and I decided that understanding copyright for writers would be very important for anyone embarking on writing a book, because there seem to be a lot of misconceptions and a lot of questions. So video number 109 is something that you should have a look at. It is not intended to give legal advice, but it does provide 5 important tips for you to understand what copyright really means to you as a writer, regardless of what you write, but particularly if you're writing a book. So that's it. Those are my 5 recommendations for you. I'm not planning on doing any more regular WFR videos, but you can certainly still keep in touch with me, and I might do the odd interesting video on something that comes up. I also suggest, for those of you who are unfamiliar with it, that you might be interested in my book, 1 Year to Author, your roadmap guide for writing and publishing a book in 1 year. Considering creating an online course to go along with that, a companion course. So if I do that, I'll post a video here on this channel. I also suggest that if you're writing nonfiction, you might be interested in in my book, How to Write a Nonfiction Book Proposal That Sells, and the companion course that is already available on Udemy, if you're interested in that kind of thing. Otherwise, you can come visit me on my website, patriciajparsons.com, and you can contact me there. And if you've got any burning ideas about things that you'd like to see, I might consider it in the future. So in the meantime, I wish everybody very, very much luck and happiness with your writing. And, keep in touch through my website. And on that website, you'll find out what I'm up to anyway. Happy writing. Subscribe to Write, Fix, Repeat, and maybe I can help you improve your writing knowledge and skills, 5 tips at a time.